Thank you for joining us for Ideal Credit Union's 94th annual meeting. We are ready to begin, and I will now turn the meeting over to Ideal Credit Union's Chairman of the Board, Peter Olsen.
Good evening. My name is Peter Olsen, and I am the Chair of the Board of Directors of Ideal Credit Union. I'd like to welcome you all to the 94th annual meeting of membership and call this meeting to order. First and foremost, on behalf of all the staff, the board, and the supervisory committee, we thank you for taking the time to join us tonight via webinar as we continue to navigate this uncertain time in our history. We hope you and your families are safe and staying healthy. During the course of this meeting, we will periodically unmute the lines to allow for action to be taken on various items. We ask for your cooperation to keep background noise to a minimum, and thank you in advance for your cooperation. Next is the proof of meeting, notice of meeting, and declaration of quorum present. And now I would like to call on Lisa Liddell, our Secretary of the Board. Lisa, you'll have to make sure you're unmuted.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to report that there are more than 99 members registered and present, which establishes a quorum according to our bylaws. This is a legal meeting, and I certify that notice was sent to all members of the time and date of this meeting as prescribed by the bylaws.
Thank you, Lisa. I'd like to call your attention to the rules of order and remind everyone that these rules are in effect throughout the business meeting. These rules can be found on the annual meeting page on the credit union's website at idealcu.com/annual meeting. Can I get a motion to adopt these rules?
Mr. Chairman, this is Lisa Liddell, and I move to adopt these rules of order.
And is there a second? Craig, you'll have to unmute yourself.
I second.
All right. The motion has been made and seconded. We will now unmute the lines for a vote. All in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The motion is approved. Our next order of business is the reading and approval of minutes from our last annual meeting, and I would gladly accept the motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes. Can I get a motion to accept the minutes as presented?
Mr. Chairman, this is Lisa Liddell, and I move to accept the minutes as presented.
And is there a second?
I second.
Excellent. Again, we will unmute the lines for a vote. All in favor say aye.
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 And those opposed? The motion is approved. Thank you once again. Next item on the agenda is the report of the directors by the chairman, report of the treasurer, report of the credit manager, and report of the supervisory committee. I'd also accept a motion to dispense with the reading of all of these reports, copies of which are included in the annual report, which can be found on the annual meeting page on the credit union's website. Can I get a motion to dispense with the reading of these reports?
Mr. Chairman, this is Lisa Liddell, and I move to dispense with the reading of all the reports that are included in the annual report.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I second.
Excellent. We'll now unmute the lines again for a vote. All in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? The motion is approved. Thank you very much. On to the chairman's speech. In January 2019, Minnesota became the first state in the nation to launch a new initiative to bring greater awareness to the vital role credit unions like Ideal play in the financial services industry. The Open Your Eyes to a Credit Union campaign, developed by CUNA and launched through the Minnesota Credit Union Network, is designed to raise consumer awareness and disprove consumer myths associated with the ability to join and access to money. Nearly 60 Minnesota credit unions, including Ideal, together made a $3.5 million financial commitment over the next 3 years to support the Open Your Eyes branding initiative. As an active community partner, Ideal Credit Union supports a variety of important causes that help fill a void and bring essential services to those in need. In 2019, your credit union donated thousands of dollars through the Ideal CU Community Foundation, employee and board of director contributions to the Minnesota Brain Tumor 5K, financial literacy programs, local area food shelves and food programs, local veterans groups, the Salvation Army Coats for Kids Drive, and many other worthy causes. Ideal Credit Union employees, volunteers, and family members are always ready to lend a hand and donate hundreds of volunteer hours each year helping in our local communities. Whether it's planning and implementing the Minnesota Brain Tumor 5K, packing boxes for our hungry neighbors at Second Harvest Heartland Regional Food Bank, or walking 60 miles in support of breast cancer research, our devoted volunteers put the credit union philosophy of people helping people into action. In September 2018, Ideal Credit Union Carly Brake left for a year-long deployment to Kuwait with more than 600 other Red Bull soldiers. To honor Carly and her company, Ideal employees and the board of directors donated $3,186 to purchase supplies to send overseas. Carly sent a list of essential items needed like coffee, creamer, sugar, cups, spoons, hot sauce, peanut butter, and honey buns. The first care packages arrived in early March 2019, followed by 3 more shipments in the months to follow. When Carly returned to Ideal, there was still $900 of the funds available, so she opted to pay it forward to help buy supplies for care packages going to Eagle Battalion Bravo Company 128 INBN, currently deployed to Afghanistan. Thank you all for your service. Ideal Credit Union celebrated our 6th annual Community Appreciation event by giving away $6,600 in cash prizes, including a $1,000 daily grand prize for adults and $100 a day for youth 17 and under, and $3,000 in donations to local area food shelves. The celebration was held over the course of 2 weeks, starting August 6th through the 15th. Attendees enjoyed grilled hamburgers, had a chance to win prizes, visit with Kids Club mascot Bucky Bear, and to give back to our local communities. The Ideal Community Foundation presented checks to 6 local community food shelf partners that reside within Ideal's 6 branch locations to help restock their shelves. The recipients were the Open Door in Eagan, the Hugo Good Neighbors Food Shelf, the North St. Paul Emergency Food Shelf, Neighbors Inc. in Inver Grove Heights, Valley Outreach in Stillwater, and Christian Cupboard in Woodbury. Ideal Credit Union VIP Plus members received an early payout in October of $544,000, or almost 11% of the credit union's total earnings for 2019. Ideal rewarded 4,232 VIP Plus members with cash dividends between $50 and $700, which were automatically deposited into member savings accounts. Members received an early payout due to the core data processing conversion. And since the program's inception, Ideal Credit Union has paid out over $4.2 million to VIP Plus members. Ideal's board of directors, supervisory committee, and executive staff traveled to Washington, D.C. and the state capitol in St. Paul several times throughout the year to meet with national and local legislatures to urge support of credit union-friendly policies and protections that enable us to best serve our members. Legislative priorities in 2019, including protecting our tax-exempt status, relief from burdensome regulation, and enhanced security measures to protect member data from cyber attack and data breaches. I would like to thank the Board of Directors and the Supervisory Committee for their leadership in 2019 and our employees for providing excellent service to our members. I also extend a sincere thank you to our valued members for your ongoing support. Your loyalty ensures our continued success. And now I'd like to invite Brian Sherrick, the President and CEO of the Credit Union, to share a few words.
the members on our response to COVID-19 national emergency and introduce some changes we are planning for 2020. I also encourage all the members to review the annual report, which is full of great information. At this time, I'd like to thank the Board and Supervisory Committee for the efforts in 2019. Our Chair, Peter Olsen, and Board leadership are doing a terrific job. The Board is assessing each meeting, assessing each other, and they have moved the majority of their training to digital online module, with COVID-19 canceling all in-person meetings through mid-year. The volunteers have been utilizing remote meetings for several years. When the current pandemic hit, a very smooth transition occurred to remote teleconferencing. All of these programs help ensure Ideal Credit Union is running optimally for the membership. I'm also very pleased to report excellent financial results in 2019. Our assets finished 2019 over $763 million, which is over a 4.25% growth. Member deposits growing over $607 million, or 4.43% growth, and loans growing over $594 million, a 4.25% growth rate. We're very proud to announce that our loan deposit ratio is 98%, which means the majority of our member deposits going right back into the communities we serve. Our net income ended 2019 at $5 million, ahead of our budgeted plan, and our net worth ratio ended at 10.84%, well capitalized per NCUA, our federal regulator. Many of your email questions and survey comments pertain to our strength in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. As I mentioned already, we are in a very strong financial position to help mitigate this pandemic. We have strong current net worth at 10.6%, seeing a surge of stimulus money recently coming in. We have excellent liquidity levels with excellent liquidity sources in the Federal Home Loan Bank and the Federal Reserve. Your deposits are insured up to $250,000 through the NCUA. And you have a management team here that has an average of over 25 plus years and has managed through 2 significant downturns. We have ran simulations and are ready for various scenarios that may come our way with the current downturn. In regard to the national emergency President Trump declared on March 13th, we made the following adjustments to operate our credit union in a safe manner, but still fully serve our members' needs. To protect members' and employees' health, we closed branch lobbies in all locations on March 18th. We are serving members via ATMs, digital banking, drive-through, electronic payments, debit and credit cards, and online loan applications and fulfillment. Appointments can be made for safety deposit box, notary, signature guarantees. We also started offering payment relief options, skip-a-pays for 60 days, new loans with due dates out 90 days, and refinances on existing loans to establish lower payments. On real estate loans, we encourage members to call our special accounts area for a customized solution. We're monitoring both national and state announcements to determine when branch lobbies will reopen and have begun preparation to retrofit furniture to ensure safety. We also have begun collecting proper PPE equipment for our employees for when this occurs. A consideration we are discussing is opening our branches on a by appointment only status to gauge demand and ensure safety. We appreciate the members' patience while these measures are being put in place. In October 2019, our employees did an outstanding job on converting to our new core system, Fiserv DNA. Our goal was to ensure as little disruption as possible to the membership, and I'm very confident in saying we had one of the best conversions our core system provider or outside consultant had ever been involved with. The new system will provide a much better security, faster service, and bring a full line of business services to our membership. If your business is in need of a business service solution, please contact Josh Anderson to set up an appointment. He is more than happy to assist you with your needs. Our digital banking service now offers new budgeting and savings tools, and you can also now aggregate other financial services in our digital banking platform as well. At this time, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the entire team at Ideal Credit Union, They have done an outstanding job on the core conversion in 2019 and the digital conversion in 2018. In addition to the outstanding work on these major projects, the team has set records in mortgages, helping over 400 members obtain mortgages totaling $80 million in 2019. Please see one of our mortgage employees if you or your family is looking for a piece of the American dream. In our Wealth Advisors area, we now have over $100 million in assets under management. See Kristen or Craig for assistance if you're in need for financial advice. They do a heck of a job. For the third year in a row, we were voted Best Credit Union in the East Metro by the 40,000 readers of the Stillwater Gazette. Truly a terrific accomplishment. And our marketing department won the Member Business Spotlight Award for their work in promoting businesses that work with Ideal Credit Union on YouTube. For the 10th year in a row, we were also the major corporate sponsor for the Minnesota Brain Tumor 5K, which now has raised in excess of $665,000. Our partnership with Craig Spreiter and Tartan High School's DECA program continues to thrive. Craig has one of the best DECA programs in the country, and we are delighted to have several employees that came out of that DECA program today. I thank Human Resources by receiving a Top Workplace Award from the Star and Tribune for the second year in a row. I'd be remiss in my responsibilities if I didn't thank and acknowledge Liz Fleischacker for her 35 years of dedicated service to Ideal Credit Union. I thank her for her dedication and wish her well now and in the future. Liz chose to retire after 35 years of service to the membership. Thank you, Liz. In closing, today doesn't happen without a lot of effort. I'd like to thank Cindy and Jason in the marketing area, Melissa and Tiffany in the human resource area who have done a terrific job tonight. Finally, I want to thank you, the members. We are fortunate to have your ongoing support and appreciation, and we appreciate you choosing Ideal Credit Union as your financial service provider. Mr. Chairman, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Brian. There are no items of unfinished or new business to discuss at this time, so we'll move on to elections. All nominations for the Board of Directors were to have been received by February 1st, 2020. The nominating committee reviewed all letter of intent and selected the following three candidates to fill the available three-year terms: Keith Hoggy, Lisa Liddell, and Craig Spreiter. Therefore, no board elections will be held, and congratulations to Keith, Lisa, and Craig. At this time, Brian and I would like to review some of the questions that were submitted by members during registration. We've consolidated some of these questions that were similar in nature to ensure all were answered. Brian has the first question.
Thank you, Peter. The question is, with coming changes in the finance world, how strong is Ideal Credit Union? Is Ideal in a good place to weather this crisis? How will the future business change due to COVID-19? Ideal Credit Union is financially strong and maintains reserves and capital that far exceed what our regulators would categorize as highly capitalized. Our credit union has been proudly serving our members since 1926. We have weathered a number of difficult periods in the last 94 years, and we have emerged stronger and better prepared to meet the future challenges. Our unwavering commitment is to serve you to the best of our ability at all times. Our seasoned staff is here to work with you, find solutions that fit your individual needs, and help ease the financial burden you may be facing.
The next question is, what are the benefits of staying with a credit union versus a bank? Credit unions are not-for-profit financial cooperatives owned by our members, not a group of shareholders. Earnings are returned to members in the form of lower loan rates, higher saving rates, and fewer fees. At Ideal, our goal is to make our products more affordable, our rates more competitive, our service more personal, and our community stronger through donation and volunteer commitment. We also reward members for their active participation in our credit union through our exclusive VIP Plus program, which has returned $4.2 million in profits to our members since 2013. And unlike Wells Fargo, our former CEO has not been banned from the industry. I'm proud to be a member of a credit union where we look out for our members first. Brian, I think the next questions are yours.
Thanks, Peter. During these unprecedented times, do you have any plans to halt interest payments on loans? Ideal offers a number of payment relief and short-term loan options. If you need a relief due to financial difficulty caused by the pandemic, including the option to skip up to 2 months of payments on most consumer loans or Visa cards at no cost. We also offer small, low-interest personal loans and extended payments up to 90 days on new loans. If you need assistance with your existing mortgage or business loans, please contact us directly for a custom approach. The second question, Peter, is do you anticipate for interest rates to be lower in 2020? With the Fed moving low to zero, we do anticipate rates coming down. Rates will most likely continue to be lower in 2020. We're in a rapidly changing interest rate environment, and your credit union pays and charges competitive rates based on the current interest rate environment and based on current market rate conditions. Peter, I think the next question is yours.
Yep. Can we rule out bank holidays in the foreseeable future? Bank holidays are actually set by the Federal Reserve and are not controlled by individual financial institutions. But providing 24/7 access to your accounts is one of the many reasons why Ideal has invested in state-of-the-art technology to give you the tools and resources you need to do your banking digitally when it's most convenient for you without making a trip to the credit union. Brian, the next questions are yours.
Okay, does NCUA still guarantee funds up to $250,000 for members? And does the $250,000 apply to each of my accounts or all my accounts combined? Your money on deposit at Ideal Credit Union is safe, secure, and insured up to a minimum of $250,000 per individual by the NCUA. You may qualify for more than $250,000 in coverage at Ideal if you own share accounts in different ownership categories. The most common categories for individual and family shares are single owner accounts, joint accounts, certain retirement accounts, revocable trust accounts, and irrevocable trust accounts. On the mycreditunion.gov website, there's a helpful estimator tool you can use to determine your level of insurance coverage. The second question is, can we have more ATM locations? Ideal offers ATM service at all 6 of our branches. Ideal members who have relationship checking, cashback checking, and high yield checking, along with student checking, can also make surcharge-free transactions at over 50,000 of the MoneyPass and cooperative ATMs nationwide. A locator tool can be found on our website under Locations ATM. All checking account holders also have the option to get cash back at the checkout register when you shop using your Ideal debit card, saving you a trip to the ATM. I think the next question is mine as well. Can the drive-thrus open earlier, like 7 or 8, or can the hours be extended, especially on Saturday? Will walk-in services open anytime soon? At this time, we are not making any changes to our drive-thru hours, and they will remain open during regular business hours. We have our ATM and night drop services available for members to facilitate their banking during these times we are not open. We will continue to remain closed for walk-in services. We will open our lobbies when we feel we can provide the safest environment possible for our staff and members. And then another question is, how are you keeping the credit union safe, wiping down, disinfecting? We have modified our operations to ensure the safety of our employees as well as maintain the level of service you rely upon and expect. We routinely disinfect all working surfaces, including the tubes in the drive-thrus and the pens we provide. Our cleaning service does a deep, thorough clean of all office on a weekly basis. We have implemented measures to allow social distancing within our office and given employees who can work from home the resources they need to perform their jobs on a daily basis. We remain fully staffed and ready to serve our members. And the next question is, do you see a time in the future where the Inver Grove Heights branch will open through the drive-through lanes for business? The branch has 2 ATMs operating 24/7, which can handle a large percentage of the transactions. Peter, I believe the next question is yours.
Yes, the next question asks if there are any plans for adding offices in other cities in addition to the existing offices, and if we will ever consider expanding to the West Metro or moving into Wisconsin. Right now, we are not looking to expand our branch network. As a member of the co-op, ATM, and shared branch network, Ideal Credit Union members do have access to over 28,000 surcharge-free ATMs and 5,000 shared branching locations nationwide, a locator of which can be found on our location/ATM page on our website. Brian, the last of your questions?
All right, is there a plan to allow cards to be loaded into the Fitbit wallet for in-store purchases? Currently, Ideal Credit Union is not a supported bank. At this time, we do not have plans to enable cards in the Fitbit wallet. All Ideal Credit Union debit and credit cards are eligible for use in Apple Pay and Samsung Pay, and all Ideal credit cards are available for use in Google Pay. The next question is, will Ideal Credit Union add video chat capabilities to enable two-way interactions for higher order services such as loan applications? Ideal is currently exploring new technologies as well as the business needs to open up communication channels to text, chat, video, and more. We have not committed a time frame on this, but we are looking at it and have it on our radar screen. And the next question is, will there be enhanced ability for e-sign documents? We do and have been we have and currently are offering DocuSign as a means for collecting e-signatures. We're also evaluating processes with our compliance resource that require wet signature to see if e-signatures would be acceptable. And Peter, I believe you have the last one.
I do, thank you. The last question relates to our contributions and support for wildlife organizations. Ideal and the Ideal Community Foundation focus our support on local initiatives that further our mission to strengthen the quality of life in the communities we serve. These include early childhood development, financial literacy programs, local food shelves and food programs, veteran outreach, affordable housing programs, and more. Because the need in our communities is great, we evaluate every funding request we receive and its applicability to meet the Foundation's mission. While there are many worthy wildlife causes out there, our focus remains on our people-centric mission, although we do appreciate the suggestion and we'll keep it in mind for the future. And now quite honestly, for the highlight of the evening and what you're waiting for, the door prize drawing. We will select a total of 17 winners tonight, starting with 2 $500 grand prize winners who will be announced at the end. And next we will draw 15 lucky $100 winners. All the winners will be contacted by the credit union staff after tonight. Due to the wonders of an electronic meeting, the winners have all been drawn, and I'll read them off now. First off, let me apologize for butchering everybody's name. I apologize. I'm going to try my best on how to pronounce everything. The winners, first we're going to announce the winners of the $100 prizes, of which there are 15. The first winner is Jacqueline Vance, Valerie Walker, Steve Wiederhold, Ernst Jutz, Morgan LaCase, Douglas Pope, Dorothy Jersa, Wendy Olsen, Zachary Barton, Alfred Mardigan, John Sheen, Jenny Anderson, Victoria Fredrickson, Jordan Conlon, and Emily Kelly. And then it's time to announce the winners of our 2 $500 grand prizes. And those winners are Leanne, I apologize, Thyken, T-H-Y-K-E-N, and Arnold Tessimer. Congratulations, everybody. And like I said, you'll be contacted. Before we adjourn, at which we're about to do so, I'd like to invite you to complete a brief survey about your experience tonight. Your feedback will help us as we plan for future annual meeting webinars, and the survey will be presented to you as you log out of the meeting. Thank you in advance for your input, and thank you all again for attending. We officially sit as adjourned.